What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new HNN News Flash. We've got a pretty big story for you today with what looks to be a pretty big spoiler for Thor Ragnarok and some potentially huge ramifications for the movie and the MCU, so click away if you don't want to know. Alright, everyone ready? So, for the past few days, the film's been shooting in the Australian city of Brisbane, going so far as to make a portion of the city look like NYC so they can film scenes meant to take place in the Big Apple. We've discussed a few of these scenes over the last couple of days here at the Hybrid Network, from Loki's reappearance to the Doctor Strange cameo or Easter egg, but this one might take the cake in terms of importance to the film's story itself. That is because this set photo seems to have revealed the re-emergence of the All-Father himself, Odin. Now, quick reminder, we can't use set photos in the video due to copyright concerns, but there is a link to the photos in the description below. Played in the first two movies and in this movie by the legendary Anthony Hopkins, Odin's current whereabouts in the MCU are officially unknown, as the last time we quote-unquote saw him was at the end of Thor the Dark World, when his adopted son Loki had taken his place, leaving his actual location and status in question. Was he alive? Was he dead? Was he still in Asgard? Or was he here on Earth? That little cliffhanger was left unsolved to us, the audience, while the tricky switch was completely unknown to Odin's son and Loki's brother, Thor. Just a day after a picture of Anthony Hopkins appeared on set, but not in costume, seemingly confirming that the All-Father would appear back on Earth, a photo of Hopkins has surfaced in a surprising new look for the one-time King of Asgard. Far and away from his armor and throne, Odin appears to be hiding on Earth dressed as a hobo. Now, we have no idea of how he actually got here, but there are a couple of interesting possibilities. First, he could have fled and is actually hiding on Earth, but given Odin's power relative to Loki's, it doesn't quite make sense to me that Odin would really run from the trickster, unless Loki already had another powerful ally like Hela, but even then, running just doesn't seem to be his style. The other possibility, which I find much more likely, is that somehow Loki banished Odin to Earth, and then simultaneously made him forget his identity, or possibly just gave him a new identity, because Loki knew that he wouldn't be able to kill Odin. But honestly, the most interesting part of all this to me is that we've actually heard this before, believe it or not. We've got to go way back to January when we originally discussed this, but Geek.com ran a series of reports about Thor Ragnarok, claiming that their sources had massive information about the film. Despite initial skepticism, so far all three of the things they've discussed have now come true. First, that Cate Blanchett would be playing Hela, who would be the villain of the film. Secondly, that Planet Hulk would be involved. And now thirdly, that Odin would be on Earth as a street corner hobo. Now, we'll just have to see if Hela does actually destroy Mjolnir like their sources told them. But that's going to wrap it up for this news flash, so let me know what you think about Odin's reappearance in Thor Ragnarok in the comments section below. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, and if it's your first time visiting us here at the Hybrid Network, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed the video to get updates every time we release a new one. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.